Hi everyone, welcome to the Bariatrics and Tips Kitchen. This is Michelle. I am here to show you a whole lot of stuff today. My camera girl Maya, say hi Maya.
Hi.
If you want to pan through and kind of say, Maya, don't look at your dad, look at me. All right, we're having issues, you guys. We've got a lot of stuff to show you, okay? And I've got a lot of explanations for the reasons why there's so much to show you. But Maya, if you can come around, please, and kind of show everyone what we're contending with. We are making cinnamon coffee cake today, and it is wonderful. It has been bariatricized to fit our lifestyle. It's full of protein. It's full of really good nourishment, and there are reasons behind everything that I have. So if you have any questions about any of the ingredients, the gadgets, the process, or anything else, let me know, because my pal Maya here is going to make sure that I know that you have questions so we can get you answers. And I will always respond to the questions by typing out after the broadcast, okay? So one of the things that we have in common is that we have all had weight loss surgery, or we're all gearing up to have weight loss surgery, or we are just trying to strive for overall health and wellness, or maybe even combat a diabetes diagnosis. But it doesn't matter. Whatever the issue is, whatever the journey is for you, you are in the right spot, because I'm a firm believer that you can live large, cook and eat small, and find flavor in everything that you do. And this is no exception. I'm very proud of this recipe. My husband actually eats it. My daughter tried it, but she's on the fence. So, but my husband tried it. That's a huge win. It's full of lots of different ingredients. So let's go through the roster of ingredients, okay? Maya, I want you to come over here with me, because we are going to spotlight the ingredients. So I'm gonna switch places with you, and I want you to zoom in, come closer. So we've got a couple different flours here. We've got almond flour, we've got hazelnut flour, we have organic hemp hearts. They don't need to be organic, that's just what I happen to have bought. Lupin flour, one of my favorite powerhouses. Milled flaxseed, chia seeds. Maya, come over here and pan in, thank you. Chia seeds, coconut flour, and PB Fit. We've got Splenda brown sugar, one of my favorites. And then we've got all of our other, here we've got unsweetened applesauce that we are using in place of butter or oil. That is going to create moisture in our cake. This is the combination of everything that you see here on this back, and I will explain soon. This is the prepared PB Fit. We just needed 2 tablespoons. And this is vanilla protein powder, which, if you're wondering what brand it is Quest. That is my favorite brand these days. The last thing that we have is, date syrup. I am using this in place of sugar, molasses, whatever. It's super yummy and it's natural. I am not into artificial sweeteners at this time, so that is a personal choice. So the object is that I know there's a lot of ingredients here, and I know that everybody watching probably doesn't have every single thing on this countertop in your arsenal. I don't know how this recipe is going to fit into your needs, but what I want to convey is that the more ingredients you use, the more well-rounded and the more flavor you have. Because, you know, really what we're trying to do is we're trying to make up for white flour. White flour, let's face it, is the cat's meow. It's delicious. But I am trying to still get flavors and textures and feelings of fullness and being satisfied. And I firmly believe that the more ingredients you can use, especially during baking, the more you're going to get that feeling of satisfaction. And that is why I'm opting to use all of these ingredients. These are all very shelf-stable ingredients. Most of them I've gotten online on Amazon. Some things I get locally, but I know tonight you are going to have the Amazon links for all the products that you see on this back line. Good stuff, you guys. So think about it. If you want to experiment in your baking, this is a really good start, and you'll have those links later, okay? So let's start over here. Maya, I'm coming around. I need you to switch places with me. Let's see. All right, so let me get my recipe ready. So the first thing that we're gonna do, most coffee cake recipes require flour. And when I was creating this recipe, I was looking at ingredients of other coffee cakes and just trying to figure out how I can make substitutions. And most of them required about 2 cups of white flour. So I'm using 2 cups, but I am actually using a combination of everything you see on this back line. So it's about 4 tablespoons of everything. So in here, you can see it looks like sand art. I've got the almond flour, the hazelnut flour, the hemp hearts, the lupin flour. Lupin flour, if you don't know already, is super high in protein. It's amazing. Milled flaxseed, chia seeds, coconut flour, and that is what is in here, okay? So these are the starting of our dry ingredients, and I am gonna put them in my Cuisinart. If you do not have a food processor, never fear, put them in your blender. You can use a hand mixer. I just found this a little bit easier. So, hey, Missy. All right, so I'm just gonna give this a little pulse. Just get it stirred up a little bit, all right? And now we're gonna start combining the other stuff. So now you get to, what you doing there, Maya? She bumped into the fridge. Did you hear that bop? All right, so we've got all of those in. Then we are gonna do our 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And in you go. We are going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This is gonna give it the rise. Oh, and I have one thing in the refrigerator that I need to get out that I forgot. There's 2 teaspoons of baking powder. All right, we've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. My recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I am gonna actually put in a tablespoon. That is my preference. That is basically 3 teaspoons. So you can certainly modify it to your liking. That is done. I am going to put in the 5 scoops of the vanilla protein powder, which I think it was just under 2 cups total. I want to give it a little bit of a pulse. Get everything ready there. All right. Now we're going to do a 1/4 cup of the date syrup. Here's a great trick for you if you're using, whether you use like molasses or anything that's really sticky. I am spraying the inside. You got this, Maya? The inside of my measuring cup. Whoops. And then I am going to, yeah, come over here, please. Thank you. I knew I was going to run out. You can get date syrup. Usually you can get it locally. You can also get it on Amazon. Amazon, it comes, I think, in a 2-pack, and it's a pretty sweet deal. Huh, punny, punny, punny. All right, so I knew I was going to be short on that one. So let me top it off with this one. Whoops. Lid cracked. Okay, date syrup. So the amount of carbs in the nutrition facts is probably pretty much due to this bad boy right here. 1/4 cup of date syrup, but see how easy that comes out having sprayed it with the cooking spray? It's perfect, and I love it. All right, the date syrup. Now we're gonna do, not all coffee cake, according to the heated, and I mean heated debate I had with my husband last night about coffee cake. He's smiling, I can see him. Some coffee cakes require coffee, some do not. Mine does because I love coffee. 2 to 3 teaspoons of instant coffee granules. This is a tablespoon, so it's 3 teaspoons. Obviously, you can cater that to your liking as well. And then we are going to combine Greek yogurt, which I needed to get out of the fridge. So 5 ounces of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm very happy to say this Greek yogurt is homemade by me. I made Greek yogurt. I'm very excited about it. Thank you, Missy. So 5 ounces in here. Should have put cooking spray on that. I wonder if that would have worked. Probably, don't you think? All right. We are going to do a little bit of vanilla extract. We've got 1 teaspoon, maybe a heaping teaspoon. We are going to do, okay, this is optional. I'm just throwing like a splash of caramel balsamic vinegar in here. That is just kind of, I just think it gives it a nice little flavor. Then we are going to do 2 eggs. Bada boom, bada bing. Oops. 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce. Remember, this is the substitute for our fat. We are going to use the peanut butter powder. Try it, like, get it prepared. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world if you throw the powder in there, but I actually made that with almond milk. And I feel like I just like it better when it's prepared. I don't have a reason for you at all. And then finally, a tablespoon of honey. Again, some added sweetness. You get a couple different kinds of honey or a couple different kinds of sweetness in here. And yes, I should have sprayed this with cooking spray. Totally forgot because I'm flapping my jaws. My daughter told me, just don't talk too much when right before we went on. I'm like, well, I have to talk, you know? All right. Love me some honey. All right. So now we pulverize. Here's where the fun begins, you guys. Pulse it to get started. It's almost done. You just want to get it mixed. You don't want to over mix. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, your mixture is going to be pretty thick. Check that out. It's kind of like peanut butter or something. Looks pretty good. Remember, those chia seeds in there are going to serve as a thickening agent, plus they're full of nutrition. The other thing is all of these ingredients have their own nutritional profile. So again, by using more ingredients, you're getting this huge, well-rounded profile. Now, quick story. Maya is rolling her eyes at me, but quick story. I met my friend Missy this morning. We met at our favorite farm market in Lansing, so we each drove an hour, and I brought us each a piece of this cake, okay? And I swear to you, it kept me satisfied until now. I mean, it's a nice, hearty nourishment, nice hearty piece of cake. So there you go. So we're gonna pour this in a fluted pan. Now I've got one in the oven that has about 9 minutes left on it. I was hoping to time it perfectly. So let's go check it real quick. Well, come here, Maya. Why don't you pan in and show everyone how it's going so far? Ooh, Hi, Teresa. All right, so hopefully that'll be done in 8 minutes, so we will continue to talk. Maya's rolling her eyes again. So really spray it. This is not my favorite fluted pan, but I'm using it, and I'm going to spray the living dickens out of it, okay? So make sure you get everything sprayed. The one that I have in the oven is my favorite one. Both of them are Pampered Chef. This is a baking stone, and it seems like no matter how much I spray it, it always sticks. So I'm just gonna be completely neurotic about it. All right, you just stay right where you are, Maya. I'll work around you. How about that? All right, so pour that bad boy in. Doesn't it look good, Maya? Whatever. Does anyone have any questions thus far? I really thought that I was timing things perfectly. One thing I do want to mention, if you are trying to build your arsenal of fun ingredients, especially like if you like baking and cooking the way I do, I think I said it before, but these ingredients are pretty shelf stable. For instance, the lupin flour is, it goes out until August 2024. which is wonderful. The hemp hearts I've had for quite a while. I'm almost done, and I've got until the end of June. So I bet you this is probably maybe a year old. The hazelnut, this is going until June of 2024. The almond flour, I kind of plow right through. This is good until 2024. The milled flaxseed. So my point is this. My point, I don't see it on here, and I'm not going to undo it, but it must be good. I just bought it. The chia seeds, let's see, 4 of 2024 also. Chia seed pudding, you guys. This is good stuff to make that. So the point is that you have time to experiment. I often will use a lot of these ingredients when I'm making any kind of baked goods just to substitute for that white flour. All right, we are getting there. This is the hardest part. The hardest part is like trying to get everything scraped off so you don't waste. And then when you have to rinse it off with water, it's like, oh my God, I'm wasting. But, que sera. Here we go. Let's see. All right. So once it's in here, I'm just gonna smooth it around so it's nice and even. And then I'm gonna take more cinnamon and a little bit of that Splenda brown sugar, and I'm gonna make like a little crumble on top. That way you get another twinge of sweetness with every bite. So this is eventually gonna be the bottom of the cake, but that's okay. It's still, hold on you guys, I gotta wash my hands. This is getting all over the place. All right, so there we go. That and then the brown sugar. All I really do is take my teaspoon or a tablespoon. It depends on how much you want. I have allocated I'm looking for it. Oh, 1 tablespoon. I've got 1 tablespoon allocated in the nutrition facts. Whoops. So use your judgment. It's not gonna add too many calories. Or take it in your hand and just lightly toss it around, and then whoops, you don't want that side. Do the same thing with your cinnamon. Sorry, Maya, I'm lefty, so it doesn't work too well. All right, once again, give my hands a quick, so this is gonna go, it'll rise nicely. Let's see, we've got 4 minutes left on our time. Let's go ahead and check this. Maya, focus on this real quick while I go and get my cake tester. Here we go. Let's take a look, you guys. Let's see. Come over here, Maya, please. Walk over here, please. Come on. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's put this in. This is gonna go in for about 35 minutes on 350. And this, come on over, Maya. Camera girl. All right, there are parts of this that don't look, well, it does look like it's ready. So, I can't believe I'm gonna do this on a broadcast. All right, you guys. There we go. There is our cake. The really cool thing about using a fluted pan or a bundt is that you've got these little ridges right here. You've got these little ridges. It's just water, Maya, where you can have instant portion control. So let me get a knife. I always like to use a serrated bread knife with this just because, I don't know, it works nice. There. And there. Check that out. Look at that yumminess. All right. It's hot. But it's so good. I got a little bit of that brown sugar. Super moist and really substantial. And Misty, if you're watching, tell everyone how you like that piece of cake this morning. Check it out. It turned out so great. And look at it from, here, let me cut another piece. Troy, you want a piece of warm cake? No. All right. That looks great. That's how you do it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna 35 minutes. Okay, cool. So thank you, Melissa. Yum is not even the word to describe that. It's really such a great snack, or a breakfast on the go, or something to have with your coffee, since according to my husband, that is why it's called coffee cake. So I agree. I never disagreed. But the heat of the debate was that not all coffee cake has coffee in it, but coffee cake was not named because it includes coffee. It's because it's served with coffee. So tell me what you guys think. That is the heated debate in our household. All right, let's look at what we have on deck for next week. It is looking like, who's gonna tell me? April 1st, so a week from today. Ooh, we're gonna do stuffed cabbage rolls. This recipe is amazing, and the best thing about it is you can make it with turkey, you can make it with ground turkey, ground chicken, ground beef, ground pork. You can do what you want, and it's awesome. So thank you for spending some time with me. I really, really appreciate it. All the links to the products will be posted on our Bariatric Tips Facebook page today. This replay will also be on the page. It'll be on my YouTube channel. Take a look at TikTok for my little video shorts. Hopefully you like them as much as I do. It's so much fun to experiment in the kitchen. So use your journey to expand your ways of thinking in the kitchen, and don't be afraid. Find joy in the journey, okay? Take care. Bye.